Yo, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Bendo here. I appreciate all the love for the Road to Glory episode 1. Another episode should be dropping around Monday, but this is our Dynasty series. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I already kind of played around with that. I didn't play no games with the Dynasty yet. But the other video I recorded, the mic quality was bad when I was editing this, and there was no way of fixing it. So we're back and I'm redoing it. But I already got the school in mind. The three things I wanted for this rebuild is this is going to be a long rebuild. This is going to be where I sim multiple seasons. This is going to be a rebuild where I play, and this is going to be like a year-long series. Hope y'all do enjoy it. I wanted to be a Florida team because obviously I live in Florida. And another thing is I wanted it to be a one-star program. I didn't want to start off with a 2-star, 3-star. I just want to start off with a shitty team and build them up. No discredit to these teams. Hope they have success in the future. But the team we are going to roll with is the FIU Panthers. Um, my options for Florida teams that were 1-star was the Owls and UCF, but they're both higher rated than FIU Panthers, so it's pretty simple. I'm going with FIU Panthers. I wanted to do the FAU Owls or the UCF Bulls, but I see USF Bulls, but I said fuck, we're gonna go with FIU Panthers. It's a harder rebuild or less overall. They have less, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? So the team we are gonna be rolling with is the FIU Panthers, as you can see here. Let me make my camera a little bit smaller, but this is the team we are going to be rebuilding for the remainder of the future. And I'll be back when we're on the recruiting screen, and I'll tell you our coach stuff and like that later. But with that being said, I'll be back when we're picking our coach tree, if that makes sense. All right, guys. So I had to make our face cam so also you were able to read this. But the three options you get to pick from is get your motivator, get your players their best by boosting their ratings and composure. Nobody has it better than us. Recruiter, basically saying we can recruit players, better tactician, boost your players as well. This program is not that good yet, so I don't think the initial boost would obviously help off the rip. I want to be a recruiter, be able to get more talent in here. Then we could explore branching out to you feel me, a mastermind, a technician, and all that cool stuff. But for our pipeline and our alma maters, could be Florida, because obviously we're a Florida team. But I'll be back when we're done with our coach creation. And like I said, guys, if you do like the series, like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. So with that being said, I'll be back when our coach is created. All right, guys, we're back here. This is obviously the Florida. Oh, I said Florida Gators. My favorite team. My fault. FIU's history. They've only had 4 winning seasons. As you can see, they had a winning season in 2010, 2011, 2017, and 2018. They haven't had a winning season since 2018. So hopefully, over time, we could change the culture. Maybe bring a natty here. Obviously, it's going to take a lot of progress to get to that natty level to where we're in the playoffs and stuff like that. But with that being said, maybe we could get a bowl game or two. But like I said, we're going to sign a 3-year contract. Our goal is to win 4 games. And I think we could do that pretty easily. If it gets to a point where we're beating the CPU by a lot of points or just beating teams we're not supposed to be beating, then obviously I'll slide the difficulty to make it more difficult for me. But I'm not a pro player, so if you look for a pro player, this is your chance to click off now because I'm not elite by any means. I'd be playing like trash sometimes. I'd be playing elite. You never know. I'm mid for real. But with that being said, we are going to sign our contract in the lower right. You can see we signed our name, Jay King. I really like the feature. It's the small things EA did on this game that really made it work. But with that being said, I'm going to cut to when we got our recruiting board, and I'm going to let you know my thought processes and stuff like that. But I'm going to run through our depth chart first. So ignore what I just said. We are going to cut to the depth chart. All right, guys, so I'm not, like I said, I've seen this roster before because I already filmed the video like this, the intro to this series, and my mic quality was bad. So I kind of already know who's on the team, but I'm going to run through the team with y'all anyway. So we got a sophomore quarterback with 82 speed. Shout out to Keon Jenkins. He has some physical abilities, always good to have. Our running back, we got a good running back, 81 overall. Got a star, has some physicals. Good shit for him. Our running backs are good. Sorry, I had to go to text on Discord. Shout out to Discord people. But our fullback, I don't really use a fullback, to be honest. We got good receivers, some slow ones. Obviously, we'll replace them and hope we can find better ones. But like I said, we got some good receivers. Just a good team. This team is like all around mid, as you guys can see. With that being said, our offense line mid. We basically need to replace everybody on this team possible. Our O-line is kind of is in shambles. We got some slower DNs, but nothing bad. You guys can see we got more bigger DNs who are more like run stopping players, but it's okay. We're gonna make it work, and stuff like that. So as you can see, we got some slow D linemen, but it's okay. It's fine. Our linebackers are kind of slow as well. This team is just in need of a serious rebuild. Our linebackers are slow. Our best linebacker, who is fastest, is a 53 overall. So like I was telling you guys, this team is in desperate need of rebuild. Everyone's pretty slow. They're just a mediocre team. But our corners are really nice. We have a 92 speed corner. He's a junior, so we have maybe 1 year or maybe 2 years max if we can get him to stay. Same thing with Blades. Same thing with Duval. Shout out to Duval boys. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Duval, stand up. But let me mute with this Discord because it is going crazy. And then as far as safeties goes, our safeties are pretty slow. Like an 85 senior safety is crazy work. Potts, 88 speed, not that bad. Evans, 86 speed, terrible. But like I said, I'm gonna be back when we're on the recruiter screen. I'm gonna try to hit every position possible, maybe besides quarterback and running back, but receivers, DBs, and basically everything I want to hit on this team. So with that being said, we're gonna do our red shirts last. That's the last thing we're gonna do in this video. I don't think we have any red shirts, to be honest with you, but like that said, we'll be back when we're on the recruiting board, and I'll tell you my thought process about every recruit. So yeah. All right, guys, we're back. So I kind of try to do our recruiting board, some 5 stars, some 4 stars, some 3 stars, some 2 stars, some 1 stars, to try to keep it balanced. I didn't want to put all our eggs in the big fish, and then we don't get any small fish, if that makes sense. So basically, as you guys can see, we got a lot of 5 stars. It's gonna go down to 4 stars, 3 stars. I just kind of filtered by interest because I wasn't gonna throw all my eggs on the basket on someone I'm eighth interested in, or they're eighth interested in us. So I'm gonna scout these players one by one and tell y'all what I look for, stuff like that. So we're gonna start off with Mr. Ben Salcido. We're gonna scout him. Hopefully he's a good player. If not, we'll take him off the board and move on to the next. He is a gem. The first player we ever are interested in is a gem. As you guys can see, that we are not in the top 9, but don't ever lose faith when you're not in the top 9, because you can turn it around. I promise you that. So I'm just going to kind of speed run through these, and I'll be back when we find anything interesting, or if we find any busts, I'll put that obviously in here, or if we find any gems, I'll put that in here. But I'll be back when we're kind of speed running and done with this.
Welcome to the team, Buttercups! It's a 92 speed. I thought this is 74. I was like, brother, yucky!
Brother, what's that?
Yeah, Vahi, you're done. Goodbye. He could be a good player, but what's his speed? I just seen 88. Yeah, but nah. Ooh, we found.
Oh, so hot. Damn.
A gem. Kelvin Cave is a diamond in the. I'll just try to turn that into a dad joke, but we have a chance with this guy. Please don't be a bum. He's not a 98 speed.
It's gonna take a nigga life on per. Just one punch, lay it back on the serve. Big black smirk, shoot a bitch.
Wide receiver, yo, he's not a diamond. We gotta get on him.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
He's on my board, number 8. Don't commit to Florida, dog. Even though they're my favorite team, don't commit to Florida, man. Stay strong. Okay, we found a diamond right here. How fast is he? Okay, 86 speed DB, brother. Ugh, can I move people's positions? Can I move him to safety and kick him in the box? We got a position for you. We can make it where you're now a sub safety, my boy, if you come over here. All right, guys, so we're back on our board here. A lot of these top prospects, they're not interested in us, but like I said, don't lose faith. We're going to try anyway. He's a diamond. None of these players are really interested in us, but you can see they're all pretty good, pretty solid. This guy right here, Calvin Cave, I think he had 98 speed, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, this is the wrong player. I'm looking at a right tackle. A right tackle 98 speed would be crazy. Talib here. Was interested in us. Daryl Paul, this is the guy I was talking about. He has 98 speed, and we're actually in his top 3. So if he could get him to commit to us, that would be pretty sick, a nice weapon. Antoine Rhodes is another player who's interested in us. 86 speed at DB is kind of crazy. So if we're able to move him to safety and drop him into a sub linebacker position, I think that would be best for him. I didn't mean to scout this kicker or recruit this kicker, but fuck it, we did what we did. All right, guys, so I showed y'all the recruits. With that being said, I'm gonna go to the custom schedules. I'm not gonna mess with any of this. So we're gonna start with Indiana, Central Michigan, FAU, FCS East, Louisiana Tech. We have an open week there. Liberty, UTEP, Sam Houston, New Mexico, Jack State, Kennesaw State. Shout out to Kennesaw State, man. I'm not really into college football like that. I'm a casual college football fan, but I'm kind of gonna be in tune to their games. This is the first year as a program. So with that being said, that's gonna be an interesting thing to watch. But like I said, I'm not gonna mess with their schedules. I want to keep it authentic. But I'll be back when we are on our red shirts, and if we find any red shirts worth red shirting, so I'll be back when we're on that screen. All right, guys. So here I'm on our red shirt screen. I don't really feel like there's anyone worth red shirting. By looking at the freshman, you can obviously red shirt other people, but there's not really no one I really want to red shirt, to be honest. If you guys got any tips for redshirting players, obviously let me know. But with that being said, I just don't think there's anyone worth redshirting. So I'm going to advance to next week and see if we progress on anybody's recruiting board, and I'll be back next week. All right, guys, it went kind of fast, but some people got to their top 8 in schools. Obviously, we're still not in the top 8 on him, not in the top 8 on him. Right here, this was one of them. He got to the top 8. We were in there, so shout out to Larry. Calvin Cave doesn't have us in his top 8. Bart Talib is a player who has us in his number 1 school, so shout out to him. We got a lead on him. Daryl Paul, this is the 98 speed receiver I want. I'm going to try to push the narrative more. I want to send the house. This is a player I think will be really nice to build around, even if he's not a gem or nothing. 98 speed receiver is insane. Antoine Rhodes is another player who's interested in us. We're gaining while Florida and Miami is losing, so that's sick. A player like this, I usually don't try to like overdo it like this. David is interested in us. Shout out to the kicker. And I'm going to be back when we recruit, or not recruit, when we scout more of these players, see if we have any updates for you. But look, so far for being a one-star program, our recruiting board has not been so bad. Obviously, the top fish we kind of struck out on, looks like. But, hey, man, don't lose faith. Obviously, I could always hard sell some of these guys and try to get on their board. But other than that, I don't think we are. Like, I might try to hard sell some of these, but I don't think I said hard sell. I might send the house on 2 of these guys, but other than that, I really don't think it's gonna be a possibility we get them. But hey, man, at least we tried, and I'll be back when we recruit and we have more information for you guys. All right, guys, we're back. So like I said, I put hard sell on, I mean not hard sell. I sold the house on these 2. The only reason is because our DBs and our defense is bad, but the rest of these guys, I didn't sell the house on him because we have the 98 speed receiver who's kind of interested in us. I did sell the house on him because I want to get Daryl Ball. He's a really fast receiver. Rhodes, I didn't do nothing to him. Looks like we're gonna get him. If not, I'm not really worried about him, but obviously getting a 3-star debut is always sick. So with that being said, as far as Dustin goes, I just offered him a scholarship and stuff. Same thing with Jewel. None of these guys were gems by any means, but they were pretty solid players. Chances at an 86 speed DB, but a sub linebacker shouldn't be bad. Sharp as an athlete. The fact that he could play 2 positions, we're a really bad team, so I liked his potential there. Dustin wasn't nothing crazy. Slater, I had 5 points left. I guess I didn't offer him a scholarship, so that's me. But I meant to offer a scholarship to him, but that's just on me. Ritter, we offered him a scholarship, but we didn't finish scouting him. I meant to offer the scholarship that I offered on Ritter to Slater, so I'm gonna actually next week offer the contract to Slater and finish scouting Ritter. I did it backwards, but with that being said, nobody is committed yet. I'm gonna advance to the next week. We are on our bye, and hopefully we rise on some people's boards. Maybe we got on some of these top prospects boards, but I probably doubt it. This is, like I said, it's going to be a long rebuild. This is my first ever time playing NCAA since obviously 11 years ago, but I'll be back when we advance to next week. All right, guys, you can see here a lot of players are at risk of transferring, a lot of our best players, which kind of sucks, but we're a bad team. Historically, so obviously not a lot of players are going to be interested in us, which unfortunately sucks. As you can see, Nathan took us out. It's all good. You're a 1-star prospect anyway. Won't worry about it. Greg, we are somehow in his top 3, but it doesn't look like we're going to survive. Dustin McDowell, we are in his top 2 out of 4, so we can start hard selling on some of these players. I don't really think we're going to hard sell. If we don't get them, we don't get them. Saucedo, we are in his top 4 of 8, so impressive. Like I said, never give up. I'm going to try to hard sell on him if possible. Rose, we are still number 1 on his top 8 schools. Cave, we didn't get him, unfortunately, but it's okay. Zach is another player I wasn't really worried about because we have the 98 speed receiver we're chasing. So I'll be back when we're on our recruiting board, our updated recruiting board, and then that will wrap up the video because I don't think I'm going to put a gameplay in here. But yeah, with that being said, appreciate y'all for all tuning in for the intro. I'm going to film the episode 2 right now. All these videos are filmed on Twitch. So if you do want to ever watch it live before I upload it, then come by and watch it. But with that being said, I'm going to get into this recruiting board one more time, and I'll be back when we're on the recruiting board. All right, guys, so we're back here on our board. Saucedo, he did get on his top 8 with sick. Baca, we're on his top 4, which is sick. Charles, we're probably not going to get him. So with that being said, I'm probably going to just cancel the chances on him, bro. But obviously it would be sick to get him. Creeder, same thing with him. But we're number 2 though, so we have a chance. Bart Talib is a 3-star prospect who's interested in us. Daryl Paul, though all my eggs are in Daryl Paul's basket, so don't break his heart. Antoine Rhodes is a gem, which would be sick to get him. Obviously 86 kind of sucks. Good kicker would be cool. JJ Sharp on his board. Jewel, we're winning on his board. FIU looks like they're going to take Dow from us, but maybe if we could win this first game in the next episode, then he'll commit to us, which would be sick. Jelani is on our board. Enrique Camacho, Wade Robinson, Derek Lemons, Juan. Yeah, Alvarado and all these other players I didn't scout. So with that being said, I'm going to take him off his board. He came to a final 3. These were, like I said, when I first did my first week of recruiting or whatever, I just filled it out with multiple different players. But with that being said, I'll be back when we're wrapping up the video. All right, guys, so this is going to be the last part of the video here. I probably should have did this before I did all my little recruiting shit because obviously it would have saved some hours. But I'm going to put a lot of looks in our I'm going to put our first upgrade in advanced look for DBs. because yeah, I want to build a team up from defense. But with that being said, guys, this is gonna wrap up the video. I'm gonna film the next video now, so if you see me in the same shirt, don't think I'm a dirty motherfucker, man. But I'll be back in the next video, guys. I appreciate all y'all for supporting me, and yeah, what I said, this is gonna wrap up episode 1 of the FIU Florida International Panthers. Let's see if we get any prospects next week, man.